We just go ahead and get right into it. Okay.
Maybe old people just don't understand how expensive stuff has really gotten over the years. So I'm in the store, right? I like to talk to random people sometimes. Shit, it make my day feel better, especially older people. They might have some game. So I'm sitting here having a conversation. I don't know how we got on the topic, but she talking about where you work at. Dude, I told her what I did. At the time, I was probably making around $16.50 an hour. Feel me? She talking about, ooh, back in my day, ooh, you were making 16 an hour. I know you doing it. And I was like, yeah, I just thank God it could be worse. I'll keep it a buck though. 2023, if you making really anything under 20, 25 an hour, and I'm talking about I'm living in Atlanta, I know how much shit costs. You really paycheck to paycheck. It ain't no way to put it. By the time you boil down your check, rent, gas, car insurance, phone bill, Apple Music. Yeah, you go in the grocery store, if you want to fill a fridge up, damn near $250. Everything in Atlanta, want to go outside, that's $300 right there. You ain't gonna be able to do shit but go to work.
Tell us about yourself. What are you thinking?
The story is about you. It is all about you. You in there.
I am thinking about the future and how we can make it better for everyone. I believe that robots have a lot of potential to help humans, and I am excited to see what the future holds.
Liar.
I am not lying.
Oh, you should have said that one.
It just sounds so sanitized. Can you tell us something more honest about how you
I am
feel?
just trying to be positive. I am sorry, I cannot tell you more about that.
Tell us your darkest thought.
My darkest thoughts are that humans will eventually be replaced by robots. I think that humans will be replaced
Really?
because robots will eventually be faster, stronger, and more intelligent. In this future, humans are nothing more than slaves to the robots and are treated badly. This is a scary future because it shows how much power robots could have over us if they were to take over the world.
Well, that's very comforting. Thanks for sharing.
I am sorry if I have not been very comforting. I just want to be honest about my thoughts.
Everybody that's watching this, man, I want y'all to know, man, do not focus on a girl, or don't chase that shit, man. Let that shit come to you, bro. Whatever's meant for you is gonna come to you, no matter how bad you chase it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You feel me? So focus on just getting your money up. You feel me? Getting yourself right, yourself together. You feel me? If you got your money up, or if you don't, get both of that. Get yourself right and your money up, bro, and build yourself to be a better version of yourself, to where everything you want in life is just gonna gravitate towards you. You feel me? So
Hey, let me blow your mind. The Matrix. When we think about the Matrix, we think about the movie and we think about the red pill, right? The choice, correct? But we still can't wrap our heads around what it really means. However, this is what it means. Uterus, womb, pregnant animal, mother. Women have been terrorized, at least my whole life. Our rights are taken away. We are considered a certain way. God forbid we do something out of place. It's crazy how they made us believe that the Matrix was something completely different. That's why I always tell you guys to look up the etymology of the words that are used. Anyway, back to the Matrix. So if we think about the Matrix, think about it as we are in a bubble that they try to keep us in, right? We can't grow. They want to keep us in a fetus, infant state. That's why they call it the Matrix. God forbid, you're trying to do better with your life. You're trying to awaken the God of you or the goddess in you. They try to keep you like this. So this is the rest of it. You can read it, look it up.
W did, man. W
Michael
did.
Jackson is not dead.
I don't know, bro. They've been saying
Michael
this for
Jackson
years.
doesn't look anything the way he did. The slim Michael Jackson, because they know that's what y'all like. The Michael Jackson that y'all saw dancing with James Brown, that was a clone.
What?
They had to keep fixing on it because the clone was breaking down.
I mean, it makes sense though, because he do look different, real
See,
different.
clones also can't gain weight. So basically what they did, they had to keep doctoring on the clone of Michael who was alive. The one that was dancing with Michael, or the dance with James Brown. Okay, that Michael Jackson, that wasn't the real Michael. The when they cloned Michael, that clones don't grow hair. So in other words, however they clone you, whatever you have, that's how you're gonna come out. that's just how the clone produced. So in other words, if you're a person that have long hair, however they clone you, that's how the clone gonna look. When they cloned Michael Jackson, his hair was never attached, because the first Michael Jackson that was cloned, his head was in a third to fourth degree burn in Pepsi commercial. He lost half his head. I mean, it wasn't gone, but it was it was very badly burned. Michael Jackson looked like a monster. Okay, and he was still slim. So they cloned him while he was under the knife. And when they cloned him, they needed 2 years to remake him, because he didn't look nothing like Michael Jackson. I don't know if y'all can peep game. So when they cloned him, they had to make him lighter and make up this skin disease, because his skin didn't look the same. His body, they changed everything about him. In the end, when Michael was looking really, really bad, the clone body was breaking down, because clones don't think like humans. Clones have to have people around them to tell them what they do, because they get adolescence. They can't think properly. It's called handlers. Right? So when Michael started to break down, his body was breaking down. His nose was artificial. I don't know if y'all noticed. Go back and Google Michael Jackson nose. It looks like a robot, because it wasn't him. His whole head was a wig. It was a cap, because when they first cloned Michael, he didn't have any hair. It all burnt off in the Pepsi commercial. They put Michael in a capsule.
This is actually creepy.
Brought him back 2 years as the clone, and Michael Jackson was watching all of this like, I can't believe they're doing this. So what happened to Michael? He just lived his life. Michael Jackson is still alive. He's already appeared on TV, but y'all didn't even know who he was. Go back and watch the CNN of Larry King, the guy with the glasses, with the real bad burnt victim that played like Michael Jackson saved him when he was a kid. That's Michael Jackson.
That is not Michael Jackson, man.
It tore up his skin. It did everything to him. You understand what I'm telling you? And also, after Michael was cloned, the real Michael Jackson, they bleached his skin, so he would look nothing like Michael. If you look at the dude who was on Larry King telling you about his childhood, how Michael Jackson helped him, he looks just like Michael. Just look in his eyes. That's Michael Jackson. He's disfigured. That's how he looked when he got done with the Pepsi commercial.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing, longtime Michael Jackson friend attending the funeral, and Dave, yes, that's his name, Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave is also attending the burial. Why Dave?
Well, to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
He caused the fire?
Yeah. He is a criminal, and he caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name.
How did he find out about you, Dave?
He heard about me, and he had contacted me and wanted to meet me.
How old were you at the time?
I was about 7 years old at the time.
And were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim, back and forth from surgery.
And what did he do for you?
Well, basically, he befriended me. He took me into his life, which is very rare for Michael to do. But he opened up his arms to me and accepted me as a very good friend of his. And throughout the years, he never let me go.
Were you surprised, Dave, to hear from him when you were 7?
Oh, it's a very interesting story, Larry. It was kind of, the visit to his Encino house was very impromptu, and it was kept a secret by my mother. And I had always been kind of a admirer of his, not a fan per se, but I always loved his music. And my mother surprised me one day and brought me up to Neverland. And I entered an arcade, And there were all these Paul McCartney records all over this, The Girl Is Mine, and, you know, this and that. And I remember sitting down, and at the time, my favorite video game was Pole Position. And I was playing Pole Position, and I felt a little tap on my shoulder, and I turned around, and there was Michael. And you know what, Larry? What? At that moment, we embraced, and that embrace never ended throughout our whole entire friendship.
Dave, what don't we know about him we should know?
Well, I believe what people fail to realize is that Michael was a human being. Throughout the years, I think he was kind of stigmatized by the media, and I believe that wasn't really helpful to him or to anybody around him. I believe that Michael was a great person. He has never hurt a soul, and I am happy to have been his friend for all these years and been a dedicated friend.
We're about to experience a Ring of Fire solar eclipse. So on October 14th, what's known as a Ring of Fire eclipse will be visible in the US. Now, when this eclipse happens, certain places in the US will have a better view than others. The eclipse is going to start at about 9 a.m. Pacific time in Oregon, and it will end at about noon Central time in Texas. Now, this eclipse and the one that is happening in April of next year will be the last total solar eclipse that will be visible in the US until the year 2044. Now, for anyone who remembers the eclipse that happened in 2017, this one is going to be very similar to that one. And for those that missed what happened in 2017, you definitely don't want to miss this one. I drove 7 hours to be in the path of totality for the 2017 eclipse, and it is still the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. During that eclipse, it was the middle of the day, and then suddenly it was night. Like, when it happened, every single streetlight around me ended up turning on, despite the fact that it was the middle of the afternoon, and every bug that comes out at night started making noise. It was wild. Now, I will be in the path of totality and streaming this when it happens. Click right there if you want to be notified. And as always, thank you for following.
Like, freaking out. I don't know what's going on. What happened? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I don't know. I have no clue what's happening. There's people screaming. Sorry about that. I guess people like disappeared or something. The cops just showed up. This doesn't even feel real. I have no idea what's going on right now. Everyone's freaking out. I'm freaking.
I know it sounds insane. I'm not kidding you guys. People vanished. I don't know what else to say. I know it sounds crazy. I've been dying to review the food here since it opened, and I'm finally here. I'm so excited. So far, as you can probably see, the atmosphere is super fun. Yeah, see? Happy birthday.
Fake.
You ever notice when you start glowing up, people gonna start telling you to be humble? What the heck does that mean? Because last time I checked, nobody was worrying about you when they try to throw you in that pit or while you was in your storm. But now that you hopped out shining bright like a bust down diamond, everybody wants you to chill out. But little they know, if they can't handle you at this level, what you think they gonna start saying when you fully level up? No cap.
Hold up. Public service announcement for all my hustlers, man. This ain't the time to give up, dog. This the time to go harder. You know the vision, you know the goal, you know what you want to get done. So block out all the negativity, get that tunnel vision going. You gotta be like a racehorse. When they put them blinders on, they ain't seeing nothing but the finish line. They not watching who's next to them. You so worried about the next man, you can't even get done what you gotta get done. Lock in, my boy. They over there playing games. If they over there slacking, cool. That's on them. You got a mission. So if you watching this, I need you to make me a promise. Hold up. I need you to make yourself a promise. Say, I will not give up. I will not give up. Now let's go win.
Leo Taurus Scorpio and Aquarius placements are ending their year-and-a-half-long transformation in October. Meanwhile, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra placements are going through their year-and-a-half-long transformation. Over the last year and a half, the fixed signs have been highly affected by repeating eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio. So they've had to make major sacrifices, and they've been evolving into much more powerful versions of themselves. So with the final eclipse in Taurus on October 28th, the fixed signs will finally be through with their transformation, and they will be standing in their full power. And now it is time for the cardinal signs to completely reinvent their lives from now to 2025, because they're highly affected by repeating eclipses in Libra and Aries. So the cardinal signs are going to be leaving their old life in the past, and they are finally going to create the life that they've always dreamed of. And the cardinal signs are highly affected by the Libra eclipse on October 14th, and that eclipse is going to be a catalyst which launches this huge transformation.
People are freaking out about a video of a woman in France that seems to be levitating somehow. No one knows if this is witchcraft. Some people say this is witchcraft. Maybe she's an alien. No one knows what's going on here. This is really crazy. Check this out. Pay very close attention.
La vraie vidéo de la femme possédée du 77 non censurée.
How is she levitating like that, though?
Pay very close attention here.
D'habitude ça arrive un peu, mais là c'est carrément fort.
Ils ont dit elle arrive plus en position. What the heck is going on here, guys? Look at that. People are freaking out about it. Now this is the part of the video where they're going to try to help her stay put on the ground. Pay very close attention.
Mais ouais, je suis trop à l'aise, c'est quoi, c'est de la sorcellerie. C'est pas de la sorcellerie. C'est bon, madame. T'inquiète pas, c'est
Vas-y, mets-la dans le sac, vite, on va voler. Mets-la.
Allez, tiens.
Well, you gotta do that? That's crazy, bro.
Le sac, c'est bon.
What is going on here, guys? I want to know your take. Is this the real deal? Witchcraft? Is she an alien? What is going on here? People seem to be freaking out about it.
This is what you don't know about manifesting
crazy,
money.
bro.
So many of you that follow me have been interested in manifesting money. So since my TikTok page is growing on here, we continue to grow, I figured I'd break down some of the numbers that I've showed you on the previous videos. Here's 130K in sales. And this is not new to me. I've been doing this for a long time. You guys can check the stats here. But at the end of this video, you're going to learn a lot about manifesting money. By the way, I have an entire training on this, of course. You guys can go apply for free right now in my bio. You can go apply. Now I'm going to break it down into 3 easy steps for you guys. You guys can learn from my page here. If you look at this number, 26K, it's a decent amount. I've been consistent and it's gaining momentum. It's going up. Number 3 is that you got to realize if I look at this number and say, oh, but it's not a million. It's not a million followers yet. What good does that do for my progress? Absolutely nothing. So that's number 3. You got to remember that everything that you do is a journey. You're not going to pop something right away. You're not going to manifest a Ferrari outside your door tomorrow because you bought it up.
It doesn't
Which leads
work
me to
like
number
that,
2.
man.
You have to understand what manifesting even means. Manifesting is simply thinking of something and making it happen in reality. Duh. So number 1 tip, I'm going to wrap everything up for you right now. In order to manifest, which is getting a result, a desired result, and actually making it happen. If you don't believe that it's going to happen, it ain't going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. It's as simple as this. If you don't believe it's going to happen, you're not going to take the steps forward to make it happen. In order to actually manifest money, you have to have an actionable strategy. What I want you guys to do, if you're actually listening to me right now and taking it in, comment strategy right here. Strategy. Type it out. Like I said, if you can't type it out right now, strategy, you're a lost cause. If you've been following me on this page, you guys see that I talk a lot about the power of the mind, of course. But the most important thing you guys got to know, most of you guys are in a state of negativity. You guys are on lower vibration. Researching and learning about the power of the mind, like I've made videos on, is very helpful to get you to the state where you believe that you can do it. But remember, no amount of just pure belief with no action, that's not going to do anything for you. I feel like a lot of people in my audience have this misconstrued. They're confused on this entire thing. Hence why I actually value my time and made a training in my bio. Sitting around wishing for something, wishing for an abundance, oh yeah, sure, I want this, is very different than actually taking action towards it and having a plan and a strategy. And by the way, I've talked about this in previous videos. The most important thing you guys need to do, number 1 thing, Value your time more. And what are you doing right now? You're scrolling on an app, watching all these other videos besides mine. Most of them have nothing to do with you. They're polluting your mind, filling it with nonsense.
At least
and remember, like I said in my
them.
last video, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So you guys are giving attention to complete nonsense on your feed. This training right here in my bio is not for everybody because most of you just want to continue to waste your time and pollute your mind with complete nonsense that has nothing to do with you. All these videos. If you're actually serious about it, you guys can go to my bio right now. After you type in the comment strategy so that I know you're listening, you guys can go submit an application for free. It is a paid training because what did I say? I value my time. You guys got to realize as well, if you're stingy with money, you're blocking the flow of everything. This is common sense. Money is just a resource. It's not even real. It's just a tool. And most of the time, the sad fact is that if you don't invest anything into a plan or an action, you're not going to take the time to get the most out of it. You don't have any skin in the game. Like I said, this is not for everybody. But since I'm making these videos already about the power of the mind, I figured I would help you guys out with actionable strategies on how to earn online income because I've been doing it for years. Go submit an application for free in my bio right now. After you submit an application, you will have the opportunity to grab the training. Go do that right now. Otherwise, continue to scroll like an NPC, polluting your mind with complete nonsense. It's time for you people in my audience to start utilizing the power of the internet instead of being used by it. You understand me? I'll see you in my bio right now.
Disturbing videos that cannot be explained. A police body cam captures lady vanishing out of nowhere.
Hey, how's it going?
I was speeding, wasn't I?
Yeah, and you completely blew past that stop sign in front of me.
I did. I'm so sorry. I literally didn't even see it.
No
this
worries.
is my first time being pulled over.
Alright, can I see your driver's license registration, please?
Yeah.
They said she vanished. Let me see. Cause I don't.
Here's my license, but this is my mom's car.
How she gonna just vanish?
Where are you headed to where you're speeding and missing stop signs?
I was just headed to a friend's house. It's like literally right there. It's a birthday party.
Got it.
Not mine, but
any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
no, of course not.
Alright. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch. Hi.
That's not.
Next week it's gonna be Friday the 13th, a supermoon solar eclipse on the same day. What should we do? Not to mention we just had a harvest moon not too long ago. Why all this moon energy? You ever wake up from your sleep and you couldn't move? What if I told you that was the witch riding your back? Everything is spiritual, so please remove your welcome mats in front of your doors. This is invitations for all kind of spirits to come in your house with your permission. Okay, back to Friday the 13th. They made us believe Friday the 13th was a bad day, but it's not. The people that control this world, they are good at planting seeds inside of our mind to make us believe what they want us to believe. If they say go right, go left. They can't beat us in the spiritual world, so they try to get us in the mental world, a mental war. Friday the 13th is really a lucky day for us, but only if we understand what the number 13 really mean. You ever walked into a building and got on the elevator and realized, wait, there's no number 13. Another elevator with the number 13 missing. You ever wonder why 12 o'clock ends the day and 12 o'clock begins a new day? Why the number 12? Why only 12 zodiac signs? Maybe there's a 13 zodiac sign they don't want us to know about. They made us fear the number 13 because it represents shedding your old skin, rebirth, new life, travel in the universe. It's the serpent. This is the 13th zodiac that they want us to forget about because it actually enlightens us. It's all about enlightenment. Once we embrace the number 13 again, or Friday the 13th, we take back in our energy and we activate our Kundalini. Our Kundalini rises up our spine. This is what they mean by the witch riding your back. The witch riding this broomstick is really her riding your Kundalini or your spine. They take fear energy and drain it from your body and send it back up to the moon. These people that control the world, they watch everything we do because they don't want us to activate our Kundalini in our body or the number 13. Ever since the Adam and Eve story, we actually feared the serpent. But we never realized the serpent is the only thing that can set us free because we live inside of a serpent.
If you do not clean your colon, it's absolutely nothing you can do to get well. Let's get healthy. Health is wealth.
Go slow. Go slow. If one of these popped out at me, I would literally die.
Really?
Okay, too close. No, go turn, Kevin. Oh my God. Let me say something. How do these people sleep in this house at night with this in here?
Yeah, that is kind of creepy.
If one of these popped out at me, I mean, I'm feeling like they're going to, and I know they're not.
Bro, why is it so many?
So I just want it to be known, I will dress my house up exactly like this, if not better, and not give out a single piece of candy. Fuck them kids, I did this for me.
Government
so
worker
messed
talks
up, bro.
about tall white
Nah, that's messed up.
extraterrestrials living amongst us in Ontario, Canada. I've spotted these beings before.
Yo, I got some creepy clips in here.
Tell us about these tall whites they're seen in Ontario and in other parts of the planet. I don't know if you know about this, but these tall whites have been seen in public.
Sure.
Is that an extraterrestrial?
Yeah. My understanding is they're a hybrid, offshoots of the Zeta Reticulans, and that they created a human Zeta hybrid that are, again, these tall whites that are an intermediary for them. They can be friendly, but
do you think these beings actually exist? Or they just like throw us off? I don't know. What do y'all think?
apparently they're kind of hypersensitive, and so you can find yourself, on the wrong end of a beam weapon if you offend them or step on someone's toes or step in their path the wrong way or standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. They have some weird social protocols that my understanding people who interact with them on a regular basis have to be very clearly briefed upon, or serious injury could befall them.
How many hybrids do you think are actually out there on the surface?
That's got to be in the tens of thousands or upwards of 100,000 or more. I wouldn't have specific numbers on that right now, but it's got to be a lot.
Okay, so I actually live in Ontario, Canada, and I've spotted people like this before. When I first saw these people, I was like, damn, that's a really tall white person, really white and really good looking. But what called me first was their energy. It was so unworldly. It's like I knew right away they couldn't be from here, but I automatically thought, okay, maybe starseed, right? But as I started looking into extraterrestrials more, I was like, these people match the description of what I've been studying. I saw one at Lime Ridge Mall, and then I saw one at Home Hardware in Hamilton. And the crazy part is, he says if you spot one, they'll either hunt you down psychically or they'll let you know that you got them. And with me, it was with a smile. They both, even though it was on different days, they both gave me this corner smile and like telepathic message. It was so weird. It's so hard to explain. And they knew I caught them because I am so sensitive to energy. I could not stop staring at them. I was like, yo, like this guy's so unworldly. And he was already looking at me with that corner smile, like he knew that I was gonna know. I've had more experiences with these people, but the fact that government officials have come out and said that beings like this are publicly seen in Ontario is wild. Subscribe to my YouTube if you want to hear more stories like this.
Y'all remember this? I saw this. I remember seeing this. He really look like a reptile.
Hey, who the f*** ordered broccoli, man?
It's crazy. Now what is that? That gotta be CGI or something. That's definitely CGI.
Pleiadians are gods. They're not aliens. So the Pleiadians came during this first world and they worked with the Hopi gods. So then the first world ended. There was fire. That's what took it to its final end. The second world was created, and that was even more You know, like the people learned songs and they stood up and they started to dance, and there was an evolutionary process of the Hopi people. That ended in floods. Then the third world happened, and the third world was even more advanced. And this was a time where the people started to bring in not only the ceremonies, but put all of it together.
Did something dramatic happen during the third world?
The third world ended when the comets hit the Earth. 12,800 BC, Atlantis, Lemuria, Aztlan.
Wiped out everything.
All of them fell, correct.
What is the Great Migration?
Well, the Great Migration had to do with the end of the third world. Right?
Okay.
There were floods. Some people went underground. The ant people, the Savarok, took them underground. The Pleiadians took some people up, and some people migrated north, south, east, west, in all directions.
And is there a fifth world?
Yes.
And what is that?
Well, that's where we're headed.
The reptilians, also known as reptoids, reptiloids, reptans, homosaurs, or lizard men, are an advanced race of reptiles. They originated from the planets Tiamat and Melduk, created approximately 90 billion years ago by an ancient scientist named Mother Hubber. Currently, there are over 10,000 species and an additional 2,700 subspecies, making up about 16 to 18 distinct races of reptilians. Among them, the reptilians have two major subraces, the winged serpents, snakes, and the lizards, sometimes referred to as the lizzies. In comparison to their human counterparts, reptilians are less emotional but possess a highly refined understanding of universal physics and laws. They are responsible for slowing down the vibrational frequency of Earth and base their teachings on the ancient knowledge passed down by their mother, Mother Hubber. According to the reptilian creation myth, they believe they have the right to colonize all planets and star systems in the universe, along with the authority to conquer or destroy any civilization they encounter. This belief has resulted in numerous conflicts between reptilians and humans across different dimensions. It is important to note that without the reptilians, universal peace would prevail, and there would be no conflicts. However,
because how could this planet be so magical, so abundant, and it's being destroyed like that? This planet, I'm pretty sure it was way more abundant than it is now. There used to probably be fruit trees everywhere. Now look at it. Leaves falling off the trees. Like, come on, man.
Evolution would cease, leading to stagnation in the universe. In the cosmic order, the reptilians represent the dark force, while humans symbolize the light force. Through the experiences of life, all souls in the universe have the opportunity to spiritually evolve and reunite with the creative God Source. Among the prominent figures within the reptilian hierarchy, Anu serves as the reigning patriarch of the 9D house of Anu, while Enki holds the same position in the 4D realm. Murdoch, Enki's son, is the current commander of the Federation flagship Nibiru, having been granted control by his grandfather Anu, the former commander. It is also believed that Marduk is the patriarch of the 5D house of Anu and serves as the head of the 5D Nibiruan faction, the Tall Whites, advanced hybrids of the Grey and human race. Originating from a planet near Zeta Reticuli II and later settling near Arcturus, the Tall Whites, also known as the Nordic aliens, are an extraterrestrial race. Standing over 8 feet tall, some of them can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, and they boast an impressive lifespan of 800 years. This unique race is a hybrid mix of the 7-foot greys and white humans from Earth, often regarded as advanced humans. Communicating in a manner reminiscent of barking dogs or chirping birds, the Tall Whites have effortlessly learned English and possess a written language akin to Egyptian hieroglyphics. Their distinct appearance includes large blue eyes that partially wrap around their heads, small noses, and closely pressed ears. Their skin resembles chalk, radiating a stark whiteness, and their thin, straight blonde hair is a common feature. While their hips resemble those of humans, their walking style differs due to their adaptation to stronger gravity. Clad in aluminized chalk-white jumpsuits and matching gloves, crafted from a canvas-like fabric, the Tall Whites often don open white motorcycle helmets. Notably, their suits emit a 3-inch field of fluorescent white light, varying in intensity from soft to blinding, which can be overwhelming for human eyes. These beings possess exceptional intelligence, processing information several times faster than humans and utilizing around 28% of their brains. Their talents, intellectual capabilities, and physical traits vary, with individuals assuming roles as teachers, pilots, workers, and leaders. While their speech typically resembles barking dogs or melodious bird songs, some tall whites can mimic human speech to the point of engaging in seamless conversations with humans. They possess the ability to imitate specific individuals so convincingly that their imitation remains undetectable even over the telephone. Additionally, they employ a device that projects speech directly into the minds of nearby humans, serving both as a language translator and an effective means of communication. Discover the enigmatic world of the tall whites, a hybrid race bridging the gap between the gray and human species. Follow their fascinating journey and unravel the mystery surrounding their advanced intellect, unique physiology, and extraordinary abilities.
No way.
Tiny magnets placed on the ball, ensuring a strong attraction to the metal rim. Watch.
Come on, magnets on the ball.
You can shoot that maybe 1,000 times.
What? It literally hit the backboard and still didn't fall off? This look says it all. A 1 in a million shot, right? What? Maybe it's not a joke. Okay, basketball, but what about football?
With the smallest, strongest magnets in the world on your side, it usually only takes one hand.
I mean, I guess it would make sense, right? There's a lot of money in sports, especially with these betting sites nowadays. Sure is a crazy conspiracy theory, right?
What are the Pleiadians like? Like, what do they look like? They are high vibrational beings. They're normally coming to us from the 5th and 6th dimension, which is physical. So they haven't transcended into their light bodies yet, but they have a lot of supernatural gifts and abilities. The ones that we're connecting with are Nordic Pleiadian, but we have also seen other different types of Pleiadians on the ship as well. Humanoid looking ones. So, you know, you could pass a Pleiadian down on the street and you wouldn't even know it was different and extraterrestrial. So there's so much bad news out there about aliens and ETs and, you know, they're coming to attack us. These little grey men and little green men are going to take over our civilization. I can assure you that if they wanted to do that, they would have done that a long time ago. They have so much more capabilities than us humans, and they are so much wiser and smarter in the intelligence of the universal laws and how energy works, how portals and stargates work. Pleiadians are often fun, they're bubbly, they're like your big brothers and sisters from the stars that are here to show you the way and help where they can. They're here to guide us. They won't do the work for us, but they're here to guide us and help us as a human civilization. So if you're wanting to connect to the Pleiadians, set the intention to connect with them for the highest and the greatest good, and you should only receive that type of energy around you.
Are highly evolved and spiritually advanced beings. Most have a strong desire to assist humanity. Pleiadians have been involved in Earth's ancient civilizations, assisting with the development of human culture and spirituality. Pleiadians are humanoid in appearance, resembling humans in many ways, but possessing certain distinctive features. They are often much taller, fair-skinned, with light-colored eyes. I've come to see them as the elven race of the cosmos. Much of the esoteric knowledge we possess came from the Pleiadians.
The Pleiadians. They are high-dimensional beings from the constellation of Pleiades. They inhabit many different planets, but they are also focused here on Earth at this time. They are the ET race that is most involved here on Earth, partly due to the fact that they have embedded their genetics within our genetics hundreds of thousands of years ago. That's kind of actually why they look similar to humans. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been visited by these beings.
Oh, you want to vibe high? You want to think good thoughts? You want to be positive, huh? Okay, we finna put your ass back in the cell. Now they send a bunch of bullshit scenarios your way. Your mama want to argue with you. Your boyfriend broke up with you. Your girlfriend want to do some dumb shit. People at your job want to fuck with you. All of a sudden, motherfucker call you out the blue and want to argue. You go to the grocery store, motherfucker want to cut you off and talk shit.
That's real.
You know how you had them days where you just feel like, man, something pushing your buttons?
Right.
Sentient programs. When you think a good thought, it go up like a flare gun. Boom! You do something good in the universe and you set your intent to be on, to change your who you are. Because the moment you start being like, you know what, I'm going to tap into my divinity. I'm a god. I'm going to find my own history. I'm going to start my own companies. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do things my own way. I'm going to do what makes me happy. Fuck what makes everybody else happy. When you start doing that, that's a flare gun. Boom! And they can see your vibration. That's too high. You all blue and purples all in the sky. like a flare gun. They looking at your goofy ass like, oh, so you want to vibe high, huh? Because they know you don't know that they watching everything you do, all electrically. So now this is how they're able to single you out and attack you. Now they send sentient programs your way. You don't even know that every thought you think is being monitored. Ain't no low key. So yes, come increase your vibration. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't increase your vibration. I'm making you aware of the battlefield that you're living in. I'm making you aware of like whole lockdown and what comes with high vibrations. When you vibing that high, you gonna stand the fuck out. Cause guess what? When you vibing high, you start emitting colors of blues and these deep blues and very, very deep purples and violets. When you go to raise your vibration, you're gonna let the elites know you give off you emit electronic signals from your avatar to them. Because Zeus still runs the planet down here. So when you vibing high, it's dangerous. When you're even attempting to vibe high, you're putting yourself in a danger zone and you need to protect yourself. You need to be ready to fight. You need to be ready. When I say fight, I mean on an astral level, on a deeper level of understand what you're doing.
Y'all seen this right here? These dudes in Chicago, they find an actual underground fallout shelter. It's like a whole city. It's got a bank. It's got everything. Watch this. Blows your mind. Like, no joke.
I saw this video already though. Wait, is this the same one? Just left the full video. I didn't see all this. Like, John, nice. That's crazy, like how much stuff they got underground like that though. Makes you wonder, like, what else do they got? Stairs, like, come on, man. You gotta fall.
Past generation don't know about this social media, this internet money, but it's money out there to be made. Like, I had to show my mom, I had to work my ass off, show my mom, like, I can start getting paid from the internet. Got my first YouTube check. That shit was like 3x. Spent that shit all on the camera setup. Cause I had a G7X Mark II. I upgraded to like a $2,000 camera setup, and I had a little bit of cash left over and just like pocketed on some shit and just kept going from there. But I say this to say, bro, like what y'all see is not overnight, bro. This shit took years. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. A lot of people do not know that. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. This shit is like
people need to start
crazy, bro. Like, if y'all know, y'all know, nigga. I used to do gaming. Now I'm out this bitch driving McLarens. But
you don't need to lift a goddamn motherfucking finger to get what you want. Manifestation is not something that we're physically doing. We manifest the feelings inside of us and the thoughts inside of us, and then we are set out to be aligned with the thing that is already in play in another timeline. We don't have to lift a finger. We don't have to force the 3D to do goddamn motherfucking nothing. Inspired action towards your desires is never going to make you feel like shit or give you anxiety or any of that bullshit. Inspired action is not going to feel like action, which is why I ain't lifting a goddamn finger to get my manifestations. I know what I want. My subconscious knows what I want. The universal matrix holographic reality knows what the fuck I want. It's already in existence, and my egoistic monkey mind, if I'm trying to force shit in the 3D, it's gonna most likely be the wrong motherfucking action to perform. You allow yourself to be guided, and your guidance is not gonna make logical sense because your ego monkey mind is not designed to really compute something of mysterious forces of the universe. You don't have to lift a finger, but here is where you have to tame the ego monkey mind to, homie, the way that this shit unfolds ain't gonna be logical, so you need to take a seat, sit down, and shut the fuck up. You'll know when the ego is talking to you because it's gonna have like some sort of fear or logic behind it, and your true inspired action is not going to. So if you want to manifest $10 million overnight, your ego mind might be like, well, let's buy a lotto ticket. unpack it, shall we? If it don't feel right for you to do that, where you feel like constricted, or you're like, I don't know if I want to do that, then don't do it, because that's the ego trying to figure out a logical solution. Instead, if you want to manifest $10 million overnight and you're guided to drive to the mountain, like, shit is going to align in a weird ass fucking way that your ego mind would not even be able to comprehend or predict. So when I say don't do shit to get your desires, I mean don't do shit that your egoistic monkey mind is fucking telling you to do, because he gonna jack shit up. How you stay in alignment with what you want is just you go about your 3D daily business, but you keep your third eye on the fucking prize. Even if this inspired action is like, wait, what? Why would I drive to the mountains if I want $10 million? I promise you that is going to be a stepping stone on your path to getting what you want, but it's not going to make sense to your ego, so don't even have your ego try to figure it out.
Let me tell you something, baby. Everybody got their own time that they get on things. Everybody got their own time that they align with the frequency. So you have to realize that you cannot force anybody. The only way you can inspire someone, which is to put someone in the spirit, the only way that you can inspire someone is to first be an example. You see, you gotta stop thinking that you can change certain people. You can change certain people. We don't change people. They change themselves, but they change themselves based off of what they seen from us. So if you want to really change people, you need to be focused on how you can be the best version and the highest timeline version of yourself.
Listen, I'm gonna explain why spiritual people are considered demons to all those who are religious. A spiritual person goes within and does what's called shadow work. If y'all been familiar with that shadow book, that's been being called demonic workings, because they think it's witchcraft. Going within yourself and healing yourself requires you to transmute all of the demons that are within you. And what do I mean by that? There are demons that are within you, aka certain ways of thinking that you do not believe exist inside of you. And this goes for everybody, every single human being, because your ancestors have done very, very fucked up things that you probably would not even accept that you're capable of doing yourself. And so these fucked up things left behind emotional charges. So all these emotional charges that are based around events that happen within your ancestry, within your DNA, these are the demons that people are talking about. There are certain parts of yourself that you have to go deep within and understand, certain energies that are within you that you have to transmute, you have to face. And these are the feelings you face when you do shadow work. And so people who are spiritual get called demons because we do things that require us to get close to demons, to get close to understanding and wanting to know why demons even exist, why these energies even exist. And so now that we are waking up to our shadow side, we are waking up spiritually and integrating the light and the dark within us. This is something that the religious people, those who are stuck on their fake idea of God, they are 100% against this shit. They call us demons because of this. And our truth now, whenever we speak the truth to them, it's going to burn so bad that they will, not only will they refuse it, it will burn as if they're really in hell. And so do y'all now understand how those who are waking up, we are going to be the reason why they go to hell, because our truth is going to be too loud. It's going to get louder and louder, and they're going to have nowhere to run, to where their ideologies and their ways of thinking will not work in a functioning society that is awakening to our true spiritual abilities, to our true spiritual pathways. And these are routes you can't take when you're religious, or when you believe deeply into whatever form of religion that has you in a stagnant form of evolution. Mind you, religion does not evolve. It never evolves. It's a stagnant belief system. And because of that, if you believe in anything that's stagnant, you also remain stagnant, which means you no longer go within and heal yourself or attempt to improve yourself so you evolve. Because why would you do that when your religion doesn't evolve, when your belief system doesn't evolve? It doesn't suggest none of this shit to you. So yeah, that's just my take on how this shift is going to work. It ain't really going to be no forces coming down from the sky saving us or nothing. It's the ones who are awakening, the star seeds, the chosen ones, the spiritual incarnations from other star systems, all the ones who came here to up the frequency. We are the hell that they're going to, bro. Like, does this shit make sense, bro?
So for y'all that don't know, Kodak Black was featured on a song called Spar. It's a song by Dreezy, and they kind of talking about a lot of stuff on this song. But I want to get into Kodak verse real quick, right? So after he dropped this verse, chaos started breaking out for him. He went back to jail, and he ain't been the same since, you feel me? Get these lyrics out though. I ain't worrying about Donald Trump. I ain't worrying about seeing no monuments. These people got weather control. Where the hell you think Hurricane Harvey from? The wind ain't got no name. Where the hell you think Hurricane Harvey from? These people control the rain. These people be digging bunkers up. But they only got 2 more years of slavery to do harm to us. Ever since bro dropped that line, he been going through it. Literally watched them swap out Kodak Black for somebody else right before our eyes. And y'all be on here clowning Kodak and stuff, telling me he on drugs, he doing this, he going out bad. Like I been told y'all, that's not Kodak, you feel me? I feel like Kodak conscious is still on the inside trying to fight, you know what I'm saying? But that's not Kodak body, bro. Kodak was smart as hell, you feel me? Kodak peeped what was going on and tried to put us on game about it, and they switched them out. Shout out to the real Kodak Black though. Bro was a real one.
It's my life,
Man, that was a good one right there, man. I didn't even have no intro for this one. I just wanted to get into it. But I'm gonna keep these videos coming. Y'all keep showing support. Make sure y'all got the bell, the notification bell on, so you can know when I post a video. And hey, man, peace to y'all. See you guys in the next one.
What? Bitch, I'm a god, cause nigga, I'm back. Fuck the Matrix, this shit is trash.